The first time I scooped kibble into Charlie's bowl, it rattled like pebbles and smelled like dust, and I figured that's just what dog food was. For a while, I didn't think twice. A few toys, long walks, some healthy treats, that felt like enough. But after a few months, the signs were hard to ignore. He'd start eating, then wander off with half the bowl untouched. His zoomies slowed, his eyes seemed a little less bright. He was fine, but not thriving. That's when I decided to see what better nutrition might look like. Two names came up over and over again: the Farmer's Dog and Sundays for Dogs. So I put them to the test, side by side, to see which one actually worked better for both of us. When you dig into these two brands, you realize they're built on completely different philosophies. The Farmer's Dog is all about fresh cooked meals, gently prepared, portioned, frozen, and shipped right to your door. You can see every ingredient from the peas and carrots to the chunks of turkey or beef, and it smells like something you would have cooked yourself. The first time I cut open a pack, Charlie's ears shot up, and he stayed glued to my side like I was making dinner for both of us. Sundays takes a different route. Their food is air dried, so it's shelf stable for months without preservatives. The pieces look like small jerky squares with a rich, meaty aroma that escapes the second you open the bag. That first morning, Charlie trotted into the kitchen before I even scooped it out. His tail was wagging like he'd been promised treats. It's firm enough to hold its shape, but still soft enough for him to chew comfortably. Fresh feels more like plating a homemade meal. Air dried is more like a meaty snack that doubles as dinner. Both are a huge step up from the dusty, dry pellets we started with. The choice here isn't just about fresh versus dry. It's about how you want feeding time to feel and how much fridge space you're willing to give up. The differences start before the first bite. My Farmer's Dog order began with a quick online quiz: Charlie's breed, age, weight, and activity level, and a few days later, a sturdy box showed up. Inside, cold packs and insulation kept everything frozen solid, and the flat packs stacked neatly in the freezer, kind of like frozen books. If you got a smaller freezer, that packing style matters. The only hiccup was remembering to thaw them. And yes, there were a couple of evenings where I was quick thawing packs in warm water. Pro tip: set a reminder on your phone for the first week until it becomes a habit. Sundays also starts with a short questionnaire, but the box is lighter and the bag slides right into the pantry. The resealable top keeps everything fresh, and scooping was clean, no crumbs or greasy residue on my hands. I kept the bag next to the coffee maker, so breakfast for both of us took one trip. That's one of those small lifestyle wins you don't really think about until it's there. Of course, convenience is only one part of the decision. Price matters too. For Charlie, my 60-pound, 1-year-old golden retriever, the Farmer's Dog hooked me up with a custom plan that had turkey, beef, and chicken. First box was around $4.70 a day, but they dangled that 50% off trial, so the sting wasn't as bad at first. You can mix and match up to 3 recipes. Chicken was about $4.80 a day, beef $4.45, turkey $4.90, and pork just under $4.70. That's roughly $135 to $147 a month, with shipping included. Sundays was a bit less expensive. Their 2-week turkey trial was around $90, which shakes out to roughly $3.10 a meal. Beef was $95, a little over $3 a meal, while chicken was a bit cheaper at $82. About 3 even. It's a bit like choosing between a restaurant with a seasonal rotating menu and one with a few signature dishes that they've perfected. Both cost more than kibble, but for perspective, the turkey recipe from Farmer's Dog that Charlie loved cost less per serving than the fancy dog treats we used to buy, and that was his whole meal. And a quick heads up, if you're thinking about trying either the Farmer's Dog or Sundays for Dogs, don't forget to check out the link down in the description. For most of the products we talk about, we've got these special deals that you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. Now, cost isn't the whole story though, it's about value for what you get. The Farmer's Dog's recipes are vet and nutritionist designed to meet or exceed AAFCO standards for all life stages. The turkey had ground meat, brown rice, carrots, and spinach. The beef came with sweet potato and lentils. Every pack is human grade. There's no meat meals, no fillers, and by the second week, Charlie's digestion was steadier, his coat was shinier, and he was napping less after meals. Sundays keeps it simple with the beef, chicken, or turkey at about 90% meat content. The air-dry process locks in nutrients while making it safe to store without refrigeration. The beef smelled rich and hearty. The chicken was lighter and almost sweet. Charlie demolished both. Though because it is more calorie dense, the bowl looks less full, something that can throw off dogs who eat with their eyes. If that's your dog, you can mix in some veggies or low-cal toppers to bulk the portion visually without messing with the balance. Even the customer experience feels different. When I thought Farmer's Dog's recommended portions looked low, I emailed support. They replied back within hours, explained the calorie math, and adjusted my plan for free. It felt like an actual conversation, not copy-paste. Sunday's team was polite, but slower, usually taking a day or two to respond. And their responses felt more canned, more scripted. It wasn't a deal breaker by any means, but if quick personal support matters, Farmer's Dog has the edge. Recipe variety is another separator. Farmer's Dog offers more proteins and the ability to rotate them, which helps picky eaters stay interested and can help prevent long-term sensitivities. Sundays 6 to 3. Great if your dog's consistent, limiting if they're choosy. By the time I'd fed Charlie both for a few weeks, I realized that each had their sweet spot. Farmer's Dog is ideal if you have the freezer space, value fresh, whole food meals, and you don't mind a little prep. Sundays is perfect if you want premium quality you can store anywhere and serve in seconds. On busy mornings, Sundays was a lifesaver. On slower weeks, I liked giving Charlie the colorful, fresh meals from Farmer's Dog and watching him wag his tail as I tore open a pack. If I could tweak anything, I'd give Farmer's Dog a longer fridge life after thawing, and I'd add more protein options to Sunday's lineup. But testing both reminded me how much food shapes a dog's daily energy and mood. Even the small things, the way they run to the kitchen, the little wag they give when you set down the bowl. It feels bigger when the food is something they genuinely love. If you've tried either one or have a go-to that your dog loves, let me know in the comments. I read every single one, and I love hearing those "my dog is a food critic" stories. If you're thinking about giving Farmer's Dog or Sundays a try, check out that link in the description. Like I said, for most products we talk about, we have special deals that you wouldn't be able to get if you went straight to their website. Thanks for hanging out, guys, and I will catch you in the next one.